rich and varied cultural heritage has a profound power to help build our nation. This, a timeless, profound quote from the lips of the late President Nelson Rolihlahla Mandela. What is culture? Some say it is the ideas, customs, and social behaviors of a particular people or society. Others describe it as an art and other manifestations of human intellectual achievement regarded collectively. In this three-part video series, we will be sharing, analyzing, and exploring our own SACAA culture with the aim to encourage you as a valued brand ambassador to live, breathe, and do all the things in the SACAA way. The South African Civil Aviation Authority's senior management team embarked on a mission to understand differences in the employees' experience of culture. Focus groups were formed and various engagement sessions took place to draw real experiences as well as the preferred or desired culture and what it would take to change the current culture to that which is desired by the majority of SACAA employees. This was a journey worth traveling. Today, you are part of an organization whose culture is designed to drive and create consistent, effective change. As a SACAA ambassador, how are you putting your clients first? Are you conducting yourself with honesty and integrity? Are you, as a leader, accountable, fair, firm, and consistent? Are you rewarding excellent performance? Do you communicate with respect and effectively? These are the questions we need to reflect on to live the SACAA way. This is our culture.
It is a collaboration. It is the entire management, the entire SACAA systems that enables an environment. So you need to treat people fairly, you need to measure performance. You must not reward partial performance. The word being used is mediocrity, but that's the wrong word in the context here. We need to forge ahead. Everybody needs to know what they're doing, treat them like people. Effective leaders will assure the achievement of key performance indicators, the output. Effective leaders are employed to deliver. In the process, they need to manage a very frail resource called human resources. So they need to acknowledge the fact that people have constraints, people have challenges. They need to see that and ensure that it's dealt with in a proper manner and with the necessary empathy that will still enable an employee, doesn't matter what the circumstances, to achieve what it needs to achieve.
Unfortunately, being a regulator, you are always seen as someone that cannot be challenged, or someone that you can't even air your views should you have a different opinion. And that is making it difficult for our clients to engage and to also give feedback. But what I'm encouraging is that our clients should air their views. I mean, we are the regulator, we are also open for suggestions. It's difficult to be sitting in your corner and dying in silence. So rather, because you are there every day, you understand your operations, you understand what might be challenging for you to implement. Come forth, engage us, and if it means that we must maybe amend our regulation to accommodate you, so be it. If it means that we should give you more guidance material, if it's something that we cannot change, we will definitely do that. But let us know. And I see that most of our clients now are becoming more open to that, are consulting us more, are knocking more on our doors, and which is what we are encouraging, because it shows that people are getting more comfortable with us and they are more open. They're more open to engaging us with more suggestions and more ways of doing things, or making it easier for them to be able to implement our requirements. So I will really say we are working on the collaboration, and we are encouraging that feedback every now and then for us to also improve from our side. I think from our employees are very crucial in ensuring that we reach our mandate, because I can imagine being a manager and not having your employees to help you drive down those deliverables. It will be extremely difficult. But at the same time, we need to afford them room to also give feedback if there's something that we are maybe trying to implement that is not even working or is difficult for them to implement. The same should go for our clients. We write regulations, we workshop, but when there's something that they feel that it's difficult for them to implement, it should be a two-way street where we get feedback and we can be able to also improve. Because I think feedback is crucial for us to improve and not be seen as that regulator who's just giving instructions and expects people to comply. But rather, if our clients are able to come forth and say, can we improve on other things, and we can really look at it as a regulator and say, how about we improve our technical standards? How about we give more guidance materials in order to make it easier for them to implement? Because for everything to win, for South Africa to win at the end of the day, we all need to work together as a state. And the state starts from us as a regulator, going down to our operators and everyone that is mending that door at the security gate. So if there's that flow of communication, and that flow is not only from the regulator giving commands, but also feedback on how we can do better as a regulator, it will really be appreciated. Talking of challenging views, Mojele, I'm currently running a project where I need to implement the standard for my KO, and that standard is becoming effective now in November. Now we are currently running workshops and awareness campaigns with different stakeholders. And now these stakeholders, unfortunately this time they don't only involve aerodrome operators. As I've explained, I'm an aerodrome person and I deal with aerodromes on a day-to-day basis. But now this engagement now requires me to have pilots, to have air traffic controllers in this space. And now the way they engage, I mean, industry to industry, we have our way of engaging, we have our way we take on issues. And I found it sometimes a little bit robust, a little bit tough, but at the same time, I've welcomed the challenge because it's a view that is a bit challenging for us, but we really have to find a way and a middle ground for us to work with. And what we will do is that we will just listen to the question and we will tell them that we are noting your concerns. We'll go back to our principals and come back and report back. And indeed, that is what we do. We will take all this concern and call our principals in IKO and say, this is what we are being faced with when we try to implement this. Is a way that we can go around this requirement, and they will give us advice, and we will then go back to our clients and say, hey, we did consult and this is how we can do it. Is that acceptable? And in most of the time we'll find that we can really move forward on the same page. Unlike just being a regulator and just say you're only gonna do what we require you to do and not give room for engagement or to get any views. So that's how I think we have learned to accept these challenges, and this project has really showed me that, you know what, especially now that it's outside my normal operating space, that I need to embrace challenging views, especially from other stakeholders, and learn on how to engage with other people outside my own area of operations. And the employees are like, I mean, when I say let's do things like this, and they feel that it's not going to work, or it might be challenging, they come and say, but you know what, no, so we tried 1, 2, 3, but it doesn't seem to work. And we engage and find a way to do things and try to see how to make their job easier. Because if they are not happy, it means that I will never be happy, and the department is not happy, then the whole CAA eventually is not happy. But these challenging views are accepted and are dealt with until everybody can see eye to eye.